Good morning, everyone. It's what time is it? 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm still awake because I mostly sleep in the daytime because I usually work at night. And so, um, one thing that I want to talk about today is why it's so important to love everyone and why it is important to not believe that everyone is against us. Because a lot of people are very aware now that our thoughts manifest our reality. I mean, that's basically what any new age spirituality, it's actually science. It's a science. Whatever you think is what you get. And well, I want to say when it comes to violence and crime and all those things that we say we don't like, we'll say we don't like. Well, I don't. That's why I don't worry about it. I try, it's sad the things I feel and understand the way people feel about things that are happening in their lives, but I don't worry about the situation itself. Okay. Because one bad situation is just as bad as another. It still has that same unpleasant feeling, right? But what I'm trying to say, the longer we feel like, I want to say government, authorities, anything like that, when we say the government is doing this to us or the police are doing this to us, and when it's not actually happening, like in that moment, that's what triggers these things to happen. So if we're worried that a police officer is going to kill us, but it's not happening, and we think that they're out here trying to hurt us, they're gonna hurt us. That's the way the whole thought manifestation thing works. And we know this. And yet we still keep talking about things that we don't want in our lives. And then we wonder why we still get it. Because we're focusing on what we don't want. And then here it is. Voila. And I don't feel, yeah, we all feel bad for people that have to fall victim to things that could be prevented. But the fear of it happening in the first place is what manifests it to happen. Being afraid of something. I've actually, on my spiritual journey in life, I have actually learned how to use reverse manifestation. Because I, too, am sometimes, but really, I was a lot like the way the majority of people are when it comes to thinking about things that we don't like or don't want in our lives. And I still do it, but I do it in a reverse way. So, for instance, if I can't get my mind in a positive state where I can, where I feel like I'm loved or wanted or whatever, that's why, and it works for a lot of people, because a lot of people do it all the time, when they say, well, I don't want anyone in my life, or I don't want people to love me, or something like that. And still, with that, saying that you don't want people to love you, that will cause a manifestation that people will love you. Because whether you want it or not, when you focus on it, you're gonna get it anyway. Unless we all know our self-worth and know that we are all valuable, we are all somebody. Until we all believe that and believe in ourselves, we're basically open targets, and it's nobody's fault. We could even say it's our own fault, but it's not, because sometimes life is just so crazy that it's hard to be in that positive state of mind all the time. And but yeah, this is my main thing that I'm trying to say, and I'm being real. Like, when we sit around and we say, well, we don't want racism, we don't want this, like, we don't want inequality, we don't, because the only way to get over it, to get past that, to move on from the things that we don't want, is to know and believe that it's not going to happen anymore. Our words have so much power. Our words are very magical. And they're actually, what we say is so literal, even when we're joking. It is so literal, and we really have to be very careful of what we joke about, because it's going to become our reality, even if it's a joke. So, and another thing about manifestation is that it's very, like I say, it's very important to love everyone and care about everyone, because even though you might want something for yourself, you say you care about other people, you have family and loved ones. Okay, well, what you think about and manifest in your life, other people are gonna have to. It becomes a part of everyone else's environment also that is around you. So if you care about people, the people that are in your life, you have to be very careful what you think about and what you talk about, and your fears, and but the thing is, see, it's good. What I'm seeing is good, is that people who are standing up for themselves, that's good. It's very good. Okay? But the key is, oh my God, the key is you cannot have a lick of hate in your heart if you want your rights to be acknowledged And what I'm saying is when you have good intentions, you know, there's a saying that the universe it conspires to manifest your intentions. And when you have good intentions for the whole world, for the whole universe, then everything that you desire for yourself and for what others want for themselves, you get it just the way you want it. It's so true. That's the only way it's gonna work. Having this pride and trying, and I see people falling victim to their own selves all the time because they have so much pride. It's good to be proud of yourself and love yourself. It's so good. It's like everyone's on the right track, but the only one thing missing is the love for everyone else. You have to have love for everyone else in your heart. If you don't want to become a victim from violence and other things, that is the only way. And we all fall short of the glory of ourselves and our own self-love. I do it sometimes. I have problems that arise, and I sometimes have a hard time dealing with things that I see in the world, but I know how to bounce back from that pretty quick. And it's not the end of the world. But yeah, like I say, if you want something to happen or stop happening, the only way it's gonna work is when you love everyone. Yeah, you have to force yourself to. If you don't want to, you have to force yourself. Because if you're trying to do things that will not benefit bettering the world, it is just not going to work out the way you plan. And I guess I'm so sorry that I see so many people that have so much confidence and potential and so much pride, but it's all in vain. And that's why they get ignored when they're trying to get some kind of justice. And it's sad. But and it's a hard thing to do. I mean, it's especially for people like who are like me and do deal with a lot of negative energies. It's a very difficult thing to pull yourself together, believe in yourself, and love everyone despite all the shit that is going on. It is so hard. It is not the easiest thing in the world to do. But I think deep down we all want to love each other. I mean, do we not? Is it just something that only a few of us desire? I don't understand. But what I do understand is thought manifestation. A lot of people will probably look at me and be like, well, what have you manifested for yourself? Do you know how hard it is with the whatever kind of energy that I put out and people are attracted to me? Do you know how hard it is to be able to be by myself? This is a very hard thing. That is what I do. That's what I manifest for myself. To be by myself. Okay? There's to not have people depend on me all the time. I can't do it. I do the best I can. I like helping people, but I don't like people. I like to empower people to be able to depend on themselves if I can. But I manifest this smile. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this now. I just went too silly. Okay then. I hope this makes a little sense to somebody out there. Um, yeah. Love everyone. And you get what you want. Y'all have a great day.